Hi, Jesse. Welcome. My name is Sheree Rodriguez. I'll be completing your session today. How are you doing?
I'm good, Shrey.
All right, so just to let you know, the purpose of this session is to help work with you on your problems as a team. And so the point is to work in collaboration to help you solve whatever problems you have. Just a couple of things I have to go over. I am recording this, and this will probably be shared with my teacher and fellow classmates. But everything that we say is kept confidential. However, if you report anything about you want to hurt somebody or anything of that nature, I do have to report that just to let you know. Is that fine?
That is fine.
Okay. What brings you here today?
Well, I don't know if it's either myself or if it's just my surrounding areas at work, but I feel like I can't problem solve certain issues at work, or if, like I said, I don't know if it has anything to do with me, if it's something that I need to adapt to, or if it's something I need to address to my workers without offending them.
And you're talking about you have a problem. What problem is that you have?
A lot of times it's more like I'm I don't know if I'm quite understanding how they're trying to direct me at work, or if it's something of a miscommunication, or if it's just me of a lack of communicating with them. But I don't know if it's every time that they mention something, I do get offended when they tell me certain things because I feel like I'm not really paying attention to what they're saying, or if it's just me not understanding what they're saying.
Okay, so you feel a little confused about what your job duties are?
Confused and frustrated about. I feel like I got the job down. I feel like I know what I'm doing, but it just seems like every time it's always something else with me when it comes to what they say and what policy states. And I don't know if it's just me not hearing it correctly or not catching what they're saying as far as per se. Um, like, I don't know if it's me not able to comprehend what they're saying.
Right? And when you're talking about they, is it other workers? Is it your managers, your supervisor,
Sometimes it's other workers, but majority of times it is the supervisors.
supervisors? So when they give you direction, how do they give that direction to you?
I feel like they tell me it's like not in a sense of where they're showing me what I can do, but more like you did this wrong, you did that wrong, and they would send these emails out to address in general, but it's more like towards the person, and everybody kind of knows that it's addressed to you and not to them, and it's kind of like throwing you under the bus type.
So you feel like, in a way, they are more confrontational in how they address things?
It would seem like they're confrontational, even though they don't. It's like passive aggressive. How I feel like this, they're trying to be nice about it, but it's very, very, very aggressive.
And what are your thoughts and how do you feel when these emails are sent out? I'm assuming to the whole office.
Yes, and I feel embarrassed. I feel like I can't do my job, and that just leads me to feel very angered and, like I said, embarrassed, and I feel like inadequate, and that just extends beyond the workplace at that point.
So, with the way that the office handles things, you feel like you're being belittled in front of your peers?
Yes, very much.
Okay, so have you talked to your supervisor about how you feel?
No, because I don't feel comfortable talking to them.
And why is that?
Because again, it's them who sends out the emails to feels like they're belittling you, and I don't feel like I gotta talk to anybody else without making me look like a liar. So I feel kind of entrapped.
You see. So, have you taken any approaches to maybe ask for clarification on what they're telling you?
Yes, but I don't know how to approach it.
Okay, so let's take a scenario. If you were to talk to your supervisor, if she were here, how would you address this?
I would say, Cindy, I I don't like how when you send the emails out because it makes me feel very inadequate. It makes me feel like I haven't been able to perform my job duties, and it feels like you're kind of embarrassing me in front of everybody.
Okay. And going from there, when talking with Cindy, would you consider asking how you can improve or where your strengths are in the workplace?
Have I asked them? No. I mean, I don't know how to tell them without sounding like I'm complaining. Because if I feel like if I tell them you're making me feel like this and this and this,
Mhm.
it makes me feel kind of like I'm not man enough to handle the workplace because it's not man work, or I don't feel like I'm up to it. So I don't see how why I should even complain if it's gonna. I feel like I'm gonna be reprimanded if I was to address it.
So you feel like what you're telling me is in the workplace, when they're addressing anything that you've possibly done wrong, instead of addressing you as an individual, they send emails out to the whole office, and that makes you upset, you feel belittled. And when you think about what they say to you, do they give directions beforehand or is it after you've done something that
After.
after? Okay. Um, and you don't feel like you can talk with them without being reprimanded or looked down upon?
Yes, and it's to the point where it's now affecting me outside of work, I
How?
where I can't discuss things with my family or certain individuals because I feel like I'm childish or I don't know how to handle stress
And why do you feel like other people would view you communicating your needs or how you feel as being childish?
because that's how I feel like I'm being treated.
Would you consider trying to communicate your how you feel at work? If you were to take that approach, how do you see yourself communicating this so that you don't feel like a child, but you feel like they are taking your words seriously?
Um, I guess I could ask them how I can improve my work performance in order for me to avoid situations, and I guess I could be more open about it. I'm just nervous though
Why are you nervous?
of being reprimanded or let go of.
And is there reasons for you to feel like you would be let go or reprimanded?
No, not really.
Now, really, how is your work performance overall, would you say?
I think, like I said, I think I'm doing good. Fine, actually. It's just little things and that they send out, and it feels to me it feels like it's a lot of little things that they send out, that they're just being nitpicky.
Okay, well, it sounds to me like you are very dedicated to your job because you are still working at your job. Um, it's just the matter of communicating with your supervisors to let them know, this doesn't make me feel okay as a worker. And how do you feel about maybe,
What would you suggest I should use as far as terminology to kind of open discussion with them?
okay, well, how we started off, it was actually a really good approach. You were addressing how you felt. So I think a good way that you can go forward in communicating, because you seem to be communicating fine with me. Um, so maybe if you can take how you're communicating now and communicate with them. As for terminology, I really honestly feel like you are able to communicate that. It's just getting over that fear of being reprimanded. Because right now you seem to be very capable of communicating how you feel and what you would like. It's just you have this fear in front of you of being reprimanded or possibly losing your job.
I have a big fear of losing my job. I, you're right. I should at least try to open a discussion with them to see if there's anything they can help me improve. If it's something that can be helped with.
Okay, so that sounds like a good place to start is to try to communicate with your supervisors. So just to let you know, we are nearing the end of our session. So just to review what we talked about, you did discuss with me about your work problems more resulting in from your supervisor sending out emails that in a way belittle you because you feel like they are pretty much just picking at every little thing wrong, and you said it's just the little things, but that overall you are a competent worker and you just need to find a way to communicate your needs and how you feel. And so this week, I think it would be good for you to try to open that communication, maybe with little baby steps.
Okay.
Right? Do you have any questions?
I don't.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.